Welcome back once again to howtocookgreatfood.com. If you have not already, please click that button and subscribe to our channel. On the menu today, and as you can see right here, we're going to make a chicken curry. I'm using a whole chicken basically, cut into parts, bone in, skin is on. We've got some wonderful spices going on there. We're using some tomatoes, garlic, ginger, yogurt. Incredible. It's not going to take that long. Is it delicious? Yep. Let's go and do it. Right, let's get started on this chicken curry. In here I've got some oil. I've got some sunflower oil that I'm using, but you can use any oil you like, or ghee if you like. We're going to start off by adding some whole garam masala. In there I've got a few green cardamoms. I've got some black mustard seeds, cumin seeds, and fennel seeds. That's what I'm using today, but I mean, you can vary that enormously, you know, with some bay leaves, some dried chili, you know, some cloves, anything you like. I just like this little flavour. And what I'm doing here is just cooking them in the oil, and they'll infuse that oil and give it a fantastic flavour. They'll start to pop and crackle. So you just need a few seconds. Then what we're going to do is we're just simply going to add our whole chicken parts at this stage, because I want to fry our chicken a little bit before we get any more delicious flavours in there. So in we go. So what we need to do now is just throw this around in the pan. As you can hear, we're on quite a high heat. I want to do this just for about 4 to 5 minutes, just to get some of those beautiful flavours and seal our chicken a little bit. I'll be back later. So there we go, that's like 4 or 5 minutes. This chicken is absolutely nowhere cooked, guys. This is just kind of sealing it a little bit. We've got our lovely whole garam masala on there. At this stage, we're going to add quite a few things now. So we're going to start off by adding some garlic ginger paste, which is a 50-50 finely minced fresh garlic and ginger. I'm going to add some onions here. I'm using a white onion today, and I've chopped that really small. And that's really cut small. Actually been done in my machine. You don't have to do that. I just think it'll make it nice and smooth. To that we're going to add some wonderful fresh curry leaves. Now if you can get hold of these, they're absolutely wonderful. Don't worry if you can't. Now I'm going to go in with some powders. These are equal parts, like a teaspoon each of, you know guys, what I always call the big four. So that's equal parts of cumin powder, coriander powder, turmeric, and a chili powder. I prefer it that way. But if you want, of course, you could use your own regular curry powder that you've got, or a mix, you know, ready-made one. Now we're really cooking. We've got some wonderful spices going on in here. And again, let's throw this around in the pan and kind of fry this for about another 4 to 5 minutes. Now keep stirring all the time now, because otherwise we're going to burn our powders, our onions and ginger, and I don't want to do that. But we do want to kind of get them moving in, on and around our lovely chicken. So yeah, 4 or 5 minutes and I'll be back. If you wanted, of course, regarding the garam masala, the whole garam masala that is, we're going to add a little touch of garam masala powder at the end. But you could add, you know, some cinnamon as well, which kind of works quite well in this. Right, I'll get on with this, be back in about 4 or 5. Here we go. As you can see, the chicken is just starting to catch a little bit there. Again, nowhere near cooked. Right, next stage. I'm going to add some fresh tomatoes. So I've got a couple of decent sized fresh tomatoes that I'm adding, chopped them nice and small. Probably about twice as much tomato as onion I've had to use today. I'm now going to add some fresh green chilli, and we like quite a lot of fresh chilli. Adjust that how you like. Let's get in a bit of salt at this stage. And then just toss that over a little bit. We're going to add the lid now and cook this. Now what I want to happen is for our tomatoes to break down and start to create a nice masala or gravy for us. But we won't know that's worked until we look a bit later. So lid on, about 5 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes. What should happen, they'll break down, create some nice juice. Always try and use some nice fresh, juicy, overripe tomatoes basically. The juicier and the riper they are, the better. Now if it's not got enough liquid in it, we're simply going to add some water. See you in about 5. Should we jump inside now, take a look? There we go. Oh wow, there you go. So those tomatoes are really juicy, as you can see. So no need for me to add any more liquid, i.e. water. But you can if you want. Like I say, if you know this seems fairly dry, then add a touch of water. And again, you don't need that much really. Right, let's lower the heat now. Lid back on. You want to kind of simmer right now. I'm going to let that go for about another 10 minutes, just as it is. Back again. Well, that's looking great. That is looking absolutely wonderful. But now I'm going to add some yogurt or curd. Quite frankly, if you wanted, you could eat that just like that. That's going to be beautiful. But I'm going to go for some curd today, or plain yogurt. So 1, 2, 3. 4 really hefty tablespoons there. I'm also now going to add to this some fresh cilantro or coriander and fresh mint, and quite a lot of it as well. I think the fresh mint works really wonderfully well, and of course coriander is supremely fragrant. If you didn't want to use yogurt, you could use coconut milk possibly. That also works. But for this one, I love yogurt. So again, keep it on a kind of simmer now, or just above a simmer. Lid's going to go back on, and we're going to let this baby go for about another 8 to 10 minutes perhaps. I'll see you then. Okay, off goes the heat. Out she comes. Look at that, that is amazing. Really happy with that. The yogurt's kind of cooked quite well. It's slightly curdled, but I don't worry about that. It's generally sort of 99% nice and smooth now. You need to check that for salt. That's going to be great for me. I am going to add just here now a little pinch of garam masala powder. Give that a mix in. And this is going to be done. I'm really happy with this. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. It's going to be pretty spicy for sure, because there's a lot of chilli in there, fresh chilli. But some wonderful spices. Hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll see you again soon. Lots of love. Bye bye.